Sarupa here from the soulagentblog.com, and I want to talk to you about money affirmations today. So the reason this has come up, this particular issue, because if you look on my channel, there's loads and loads of videos about affirmations, money affirmations, how to create them, how to use them. I've got so much content on my blog. But I heard something last week. Now, I host a room on Clubhouse. I'm going to put the details of how you can connect with me on Clubhouse. But every Thursday, 2 o'clock UK time, I host a room where it's all about how to write a new money story. And we talk about the stuff that people don't want to talk about, which is money. You know, it's still such a taboo topic. It's still got a lot of stigma and shame. And there's a whole sort of bravado stuff that goes on about it in silence. You know, we don't want to tell ourselves the truth about how uncomfortable we are with what might be going on with our money stuff. We don't want others to know because they might think we're a failure. And I want to break all of that down and share about actually what you can do to change how you manifest money and how you can write a new money story, how you can move beyond what you believe is this is just the way it is. So we have this amazing room. It's really open. It's really inspirational. People ask amazing questions. And last week, somebody asked a question about affirmations. And one of the responses that was given was, you have to be very careful about affirmations because if you don't believe your affirmation, then it's too dangerous to use your affirmation. And it was like, oh, no, 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 no. And I want to debunk it. And it's a pretty new one to me. I know people don't believe their affirmations, but I've never known that that's the reason why people don't use their affirmations, or use it as a reason to stop telling people to not use their affirmations. Because the whole point of using an affirmation is that you're stepping into something new. You're stepping into something that's beyond what your mind currently has put into a box of what is possible, what can be believed, and what is impossible. So you're stepping out of that box into what's kind of categorized as that impossibility. So of course you're not going to necessarily believe it. If you believed your affirmation immediately as you created it, there'd be no point for you to use it. It has to have a stretch. It's not about it being so sort of a fantasy, completely ridiculous, so that you're just going through the motions of saying something and trying to trick yourself into saying, well, go on then, universe, look at me, I'm saying all these things and you're still not doing anything for me. And I know people have kind of done that because I've done those sort of things where you think, let me be really like out there pretending I'm doing something, but make it so that it's impossible because I don't, there's no real connection. So, but it's about the stretch. And that's why sometimes working with someone to get your affirmation, get the energy of it is right. Because I often, when my clients are talking about their affirmations and creating them, I do have my eyes shut and I'm listening to the energy of it. It's got to have a little stretch to it. So one affirmation that I'm going to get you to work with, that I give a lot of people to work with, is money flows to me easily and effortlessly. It's one I use. And at different times, depending on what's been going on, depending on so many different things, I can have that 1,000 pictures and images and evidence to tell me why that is not a true affirmation, why that can't work and why it's impossible. And it can be that mental chatter. That's normal. That's what happens with affirmations. And in fact, if you're getting that mental chatter, it's a good sign because it means that you're stirring the energy. It's not a sign to say stop. This affirmation is so unbelievable that you must stop. You don't, it's saying, okay, the energy is being stirred. Now, what I would do when I get those moments of saying money flows to me easily and effortlessly in my mind, if it goes straight into, no, it doesn't, you've had a bad week, you've had a bad month, it's been awful, it doesn't flow to you, you've got bad luck, you're not good enough, whatever it's telling us, and it's that kind of like negative Nelly stuff that goes on to stop you, to pull you back, because your mind is trying to keep you safe and it's thinking that the box that it's got you in is safe. So what I do is I choose to go beyond it. I choose to say, okay, I'm finding it a little bit difficult to believe money flows to me easily and effortlessly now. However, I'm willing to give it a go. I'm willing to play with that energy, and then you soften yourself instead of trying to say either the affirmation is working or it isn't. So I know a lot of people will use an affirmation once one day and then the next day think, well, that didn't do anything, that didn't work. So you're not even giving it a chance. You're not giving the energy a chance to build or for there to be any momentum. And it is going to be a bit up and down. You might have a day or a few days where the affirmation really feels like it's invigorating you, and you're stepping into what we know is unlimited thinking, limitless thinking, which is very hard to conceptualize, and we just put it in a simple way that it's beyond what you believe is possible right now. You start to step into that, oh, what if energy. And then you might suddenly get a couple of days where you feel like you've gone back into looking for evidence in your life about what's wrong and why it's not working and why that affirmation can't be. So it's never just that sort of straight journey. And we've all seen memes about why it can't be a straight journey. Growth isn't like that. So use that affirmation, say it in front of the mirror to your reflection so that you're really looking at yourself while you're saying it. So you're not getting distracted and going through the motions. Let me know in the comments how it goes for you, and everything that you get that tells you that it's impossible for that affirmation to be true or to be at all close to believable. First of all, celebrate it, shake it off and continue. Don't let it stop you. And there's a point when I'm working with people as well, when you see things that are coming up constantly on repeat, it gives you the most amazing clues to what you're ready to release, what we need to be digging deeper into. Because while the affirmations are magic wands and creating magic, turning your energy more magnetic, supporting how you manifest, bringing your mind into the magic of manifesting and aligning to your soul, it's also giving you an understanding, because nothing in energy just works in a kind of singular thing. There's always more and more magic going on to show you where there is energy that needs to be resolved. And don't be afraid of resolving it. Nothing is a band-aid. Affirmations aren't band-aids and bandages and plasters. They're points of energy expansion. So have fun saying money flows to me, easily and effortlessly. Make it a regular practice for the next 7 days, for the next month, for the next year even, and allow yourself to say, okay, if you need to, I don't necessarily 100% believe it at the moment or ever or this week, but I'm willing to explore it. I'm willing to step into what it could be like if I start to believe it. Because if you can shift the degree of 100% don't believe it and don't want to say the affirmation as a result to 0.0001% even of I'm willing to believe it, you're shifting your energy. And ultimately, that's what it's all about. Because as we shift our energy, we lift our frequency and we start to allow our soul to take a greater lead in our lives when we stop kind of getting so focused on what's impossible, because that's the point of the affirmation, to exercise your mind, to get it to realize there is so much more to you, to me, to all of us, and we just need to allow ourselves to tap into it and use the tools that the universe has so amazingly given to us. So hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know how you get on saying your affirmation, and make sure you like this post. If you've got questions, ask them in the comments, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, and you will be getting lots more money healing tips and lots more other magical, spiritual, business development insights that are going to help you take your business and your journey further.